What is up, beautiful people around the world? Before we start today's episode, a little bit of a serious note. I am 100% aware of the situation on what is currently happening between Ukraine and Russia. I want to say that if you're Ukrainian and you have made any type of donation, any type of financial support to this channel, then please contact me. I just want to give your money back. I think that you could use it currently much more than I could on this channel. And please just contact me either through the chat down below, or the best actually is go to the Discord down below and quickly contact me, because I cannot see where people come from. I don't have any addresses, so please just contact me. On the other hand, I also want to make an announcement that we as a K community, you know, we love K-pop. We always talk about K-pop, but at the moment, let's not talk about K-pop. Let's actually make a little bit of a goal. In addition, I want to say that all this month's money of Patreon will go to Ukraine at the end of the month. Everything we have collected, I will put together. I will purchase items and send it over as a relief package, I would say, to the Ukrainian border in Poland. But if you do want to make a personal donation in any amount that you want, then please, all you have to do is contact me on Discord or on Patreon, and all the money, like I said, will go to the Ukrainian border, support the people in need. I mean, we have to imagine, you know, we also have people that enjoy K-pop that are currently in Ukraine, but they currently can. And I'm not trying to sell anything, but at the end of the day, we are people and we should support each other as a community. So guys, I would be very grateful if anyone would support us. And I'm not asking for billions, I'm not asking for millions. Even if we can get €100 together, I can buy a lot of food here and send it over directly to the Polish border. So if you do want to support, please consider it, okay? Alrighty, I would say let's get into today's video. So I don't know why, but a lot of people have spammed me today with 슈퍼주니어 has released a new video, and I'm like, what is the video? And it's going to be called Callin. Kind of funny, it's called Calling. Calling. I don't know why, multiple words. Either way, I would just say let's get into the video and let's see what it is all about. Alrighty, let's see what this video is all about and let's see what we can get out of it. Hold up, I love the animation though. Like, it reminds me a little bit of the 90s, you know, very simple animations, but really beautiful, you know, like a little bit of a stutter effect. It just gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, smooth is not always the best way, you know. It's always nice to have 60 frames per second, but sometimes when it stutters, when you have like, I don't know what this is, like 3 frames per second, it's very nice as well. Really nice transition though. However, I just want to add a little bit to it, that when we look at this prior animation, we can see that it's very blue, that it actually has a lot of light. I thought that was because of the moonlight, you know, when it's snowing, for the people who don't know. But when it snows and there is a moon outside, it turns in more or less this color. It just turns very bright. And I think that's cool. But the next shot, it turns very black. A little bit of a shame. Maybe it would have been nicer if they just added a bit more blue to it, you know, to stay consistent with the colors. But it's a very nice transition. We have this character, this cartoon character, walking through the door, and boom, there it is in real life. It's a nice transition. But I think this is only a studio at the end of the day, you know, so we cannot be angry about it. I love the heat actually that's coming from the house, because outside it's really cold, you know, we had that cold feel, and then all of a sudden when we're inside the house, it's full of warmth, you know, the warm color, the orange tone. Maybe that's because when you're at home you feel the most comfortable. That could be it, because here I think even, you know, there's even a hole in the roof and it's snowing through it, but yet inside you feel comfortable. It's all about the aesthetics, it's all about the storytelling, and it's nice what they did here with the colors. Another thing that I actually noticed with 슈퍼주니어, and I never picked it up, but let's have a look at some of these shots again, okay? So we're now at 44 seconds, but let's have a look here. Look at where his face is looking. It's looking towards the right. Let's go to the next shot. It's looking towards the right. They never or barely look inside of the camera. Next shot, next person, again, looking at the right. Let's get to 44. Looking to the right. It's nice, it's pleasing, because it doesn't confuse the watcher, it doesn't confuse the viewer, and it's very consistent in that sense. Oh, we actually have someone looking to the left right now. But if you notice that there was just a bit of an angle all the time, it always just tries to keep the people at an angle. I don't know why they did this. I wasn't at the meeting, let's say. But one thing that I noticed over the years that when I do videography or photography, I'm not a big fan myself of people looking straight into the camera because it can become awkward quite quickly. Like they feel uncomfortable, and of course you can train this out of them, and I imagine that these guys can really own it. But what I want to say is that I prefer the shots as well from the side. There's something about a side shot where you get more face in it, which is just nicer. And I'm curious why they did it, but maybe we'll find out in the future. Beautiful colors though. A little bit of a green tint inside of it. Very nice. Also fits the, what is this? The classical phone here. Oh man, I love it. I love that Super Junior is not always about showing the newest technology. It's not always showing the iPhone 13, for example. It's going back in time, and that's nice. You know, even for a new video, it's just nice how classical this is. He looks really sad though. Even here, for example, let's have a little bit of a look again. This shot for itself in particular, you know, it's nothing crazy. We don't have to think that it's super weird. But what I want to say, it just adds a little bit more for storytelling. This is B-roll. B-roll is just nice to add more to the storytelling. You know, he locked the door. We're looking at it. There's a meaning behind the door. Maybe it's just leaving behind the past in the past. And you know, there's all these visuals that are just very nice. Again, very nice, picking up the phone. Like again, they're always just looking at a certain angle. Here he's looking a little bit more to the left. Here he's looking a little bit more to the right. Very nice. It's very beautiful to look at. It seems as if there are more, and sorry for pausing that much, but I just picked this up and I think it's just interesting. It's more as if we're filming them from a, you know, that they're not being filmed in the sense of, it seems as if they were just in their element and there was accidentally just a professional camera crew filming them at the same time. And it's very nice. It puts them in their own element and it doesn't force them to look into the camera because it can be intimidating at a certain point, but it's nice that they do it. Really cool what they did here. As I said, I love these type of elements, you know, where they basically just print something out. They're keeping it very simple, but it just has a lot of meaning to it. Let's have a look what it actually says. It's time, it's time, it's time for love. I miss you so much. La, 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 la. Are these the lyrics to the... Oh, yeah. Holy... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. These are the lyrics, no? Nice. Holy crap. We've got a bit of an anime thing going on here. I'm a big fan of anime. Okay, I mean, from... Let's have a look at that again. You know, of course, animations like this are really expensive to pull off. You know, to get an artist to even make something like this is just gonna cost you hours, days, weeks, because everything is frame by frame. But what I think is very funny is that if you look at this character in particular, that he's just glitching a little bit into the field, which I think is interesting. You know, but it's just not 100% perfect, but it has its own aesthetic at the same time, which is nice. You know, the correlation with what we just saw and the fields, and now we have the fields in the painting. Again, mirror shots, beautiful. Mirrors, like I say, always just tend to have a very unique feel to it. Film inside of a mirror, you get more or less like a frame, and it looks really, really good. Looks different, you know? You have to play with the angles when you start filming. I mean, so far... Oh, whoa, whoa. Before we go there, look at that little light effect that we see there. Do you guys see it? You know, this light moving over him. It's just the car passing by. It just adds a bit more aesthetic to the video. The pedals from the field. Another car. In all honesty, these kind of shots where they literally just put a projector into these people's faces, you know, I see it a lot. I think it's a very cheap way of making a room look very cool, but I think a lot of people still tend to do this a little bit too much. If you want to do this maybe a little bit next level, maybe just don't let the projector be in, you know, also put this projection onto the person itself. Try to find a way to make it a little bit more unique where, like I say, it's a little bit too much, I think, when you have that person also being projected on. And it also is just, in my opinion, again, a little bit lazy, because all you do is put a projector down, it just shoots a video, in this case fireworks, onto the wall, onto the person. But if they were able to just neglect this person and just be able to put a projection on these 3 walls behind them, it would just be a bit more focused. We have time to focus on him as well, because he just blends a bit too much inside of the fireworks. And I saw the technique a lot over the years. But again, it's a technique that you can use, you know? It's effective. Oh, they're leaving. Remember the doorknob? Oh, there we actually have it. Remember the doorknob? There is always a meaning to the doorknob. Where are they going to? Oh, we're back into the animation world again. Really nice. I'm actually very happy that they went with this animation route, purely because I still have this very heavy belief that when you have animations and someone flies, someone is actually flying. If it was one of the Super Junior members that was all of a sudden flying through the sky, I know that he's wearing a harness, he's in a green screen room, and he's not actually flying. However, with animations, it just takes it away completely, because I know that character can fly in this animational world. There is nothing holding him up. There could be magic. I love this route much more, because there's just less explaining to do. There is less mechanics in my head, at least, that go off like, okay, he's wearing a harness, he's in a green screen room. Oh man, I'm really happy that they went with this route. Animations just rule when it comes to these out of the world ideas like flying or supernatural ways of moving around. This is how to do it. It just helps and sells the idea much better, rather than these artificial ways of making people fly. It always looks crappy, but this looks beautiful. This is how it should be. Hold up, isn't that the Tower of Seoul? Isn't this the... I forgot the name of it, but I was in this tower actually in Seoul. It's really high. Unbelievable high. And also here, holy shit, that's the radio station. One sec. That goes really quick, but I was also in this tower here. Again, super high, super worth it to get up there actually. Like, I enjoyed Seoul a lot. Really nice. Man, it's bringing back memories. Nice. Ah, really cool. I'm happy that they went with this animational route. Really cool. So yeah guys, that is Super Junior with Callin. All I can say is that the video itself is not particularly awesome. It's nothing too crazy in that sense, okay? It's quite safe, it has some really beautiful shots, it's very consistent on what they want to achieve. But what I love is actually the animations. The animations just make this video so much more alive, because they're able to do the storytelling with all the, and in all honesty, you know, I just want to say, without all the bullshit to make people pretend as if they were flying. This just makes any of the characters fly, and it's just awesome. I love it. They should do more videos like this. I think there's just so much more that you can get out of it, and I hope in the future they can work maybe with a better artist. A little bit more details would be nice, but for the rest, it's a very different approach that I have not seen yet in the K-pop world. So for me, I like it. I really like this idea of music videos, and I remember that I think it was Linkin Park that did more or less the same with Breaking the Habit. Check out that video so you understand what I'm talking about. But you actually get sold much easier with this MV. You really just enjoy it much more purely because you can get so much more emotion out of it, because no one is artificially flying or doing anything or falling down, or it's just beautiful. And I'm really, really happy how much the colors were popping. Beautiful, beautiful MV. Like I say, the cinematography was quite simple, which is okay. You know, they were limited to their studio. The song is nice, and they did something magical out of it. You know, that is something that I really enjoyed, and I look forward to the next videos. I mean, for a comeback, really, really good, guys. Really, really interesting. Not the best video of 2022 that I saw so far, but one of the ones that I would remember very easily, purely because of the animations. It's simple, but effective. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you did enjoy today's video, then please make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and if you want to see more, then be there on the next video. And of course, come check down all the links below, like my Patreon, like my Discord, all the links are there. So I'll see you on the next video, and stay safe, stay healthy. Catch you then!